I'm in my vegan mood. I've got 2 trays of wheatgrass seed. And I soak these things. Then I put them on wet soil. Keep them moist for about a week, and then we'll have, in this case, barley grass, which I'll run through a juicer. And it may or may not have some healing properties. The science isn't in. I've got a booklet out on that, and I'll put a link to in the comment section below. You can look at it. I can't remember what it is. It's on Amazon, maybe $5. Today I want to talk a bit about a major controversy taking place between the hardcore vegans and their counterparts, the omnivores, or the carnivores, many of whom eat not just meat but raw meat, which is questionable. Well, but first, let's take a look at that sunset there. Can we turn around and take a look at the water? We're in North Florida, late March 2019. Florida is a state comprised of many climates. Ours is closer to southern Alabama. You may have noticed, if you follow the YouTube scene, that quite a few, well, I can think of 10 hardcore vegans have come out and said they no longer eat only plants. Many have gone to fish. Some have gone all the way over to 100% beef, in some cases raw. That is questionable, to say the least, to eat raw meat. However, the idea of eating 100% meat diet is not out of the question. But on the other hand, eating 100% plant-based might not be out of the question either. Now, some of the carnivores are going to say, we don't really have the history. We don't have an example of any civilization living on 100% plant food diets, whereas we have literally millennia of civilizations and tribes living on a all meat diet. It may be fish, it may be beef, it may be buffalo, whatever. But the fact that we do not yet have a 100% vegan diet proven to work doesn't mean it cannot work. We've been able to fly aircraft, heavier than air aircraft, for about, well, since the early 20th century. Does that mean because it's only been a short time that we've been able to do it, that it's not sustainable? Well, of course it's sustainable. The vegan diet has the advantage of recently made foods, and I'm not talking about genetic programming, genetically modified, but rather the Mendelian changes made to food that increase the nutrition content. The thing you have to be careful with on a 100% plant-based diet is this. With regard to proteins, you want to get those 9 essential amino acids. So if you eat beans, for instance, you're going to be lacking in some of those amino acids. And if you eat corn, you're going to be missing a few. But you put the two together, you have a complete amino acid profile. You do okay. Also, there's the problem of digestibility. What I'm going to do with that grass is run it through a juicer, because if I ate the grass, it would do damage to the digestive system, and there'd be no way for the body, outside of a ruminant animal, to break down the fibers of the grass. Something else you can do is ferment your foods. Beans can be fermented, for instance. Certainly the greens. If you're concerned about the anti-nutrients, such as lectins in wheat and some of the other anti-nutrients in greens, fermentation will take care of a lot of that problem. It also will give the digestive system bacteria that it otherwise would not have. And it certainly is more digestible and will release a lot of the phytonutrients and what minerals are contained in plants, making them more available for the body. You put all of it together, stay away from the manufactured food products. I'm talking about vegan meats. You'll probably be able to sustain long-term that vegan diet. Can I prove it? No. Are there people doing it now? Oh, yes. The ones that are failing on the vegan diet are usually the ones who are on the extreme end, fruitarians, eating only fruit. If you look at the nutrition profile of fruit, the number one nutrient is sugar. That's been known forever. Yes, there are some phytonutrients that are very good as for health generally, but as far as the nutrients, the fats, essential fats, the minerals, for instance, copper and zinc, non-existent. There's been more than one fruitarian who has stated that, and I'm talking about males, that the ability to, how can I put this in a tasteful way, to do what a man does, it goes away because of the tremendous drop in testosterone that comes with an all-fruit diet. Here's where meats come in real handy, especially fish. Is there a problem with fish? Yeah, there are several. Some of those amino acids have been associated with a drop in lifespan, but they're also essential for muscle growth. You're going to have to figure out what kind of diet you want and what the purpose of it is. If you're interested in pumping iron, building strength, I'd recommend, this is just me, you consider more of a meat-oriented diet, meat and fermented dairy. Does that mean you cannot build muscle on plant diet? Yeah, you can. Several fairly well-known YouTubers have done it. I do question whether some of them are getting chemical enhancement, but I can't prove it. But there are others I know personally who are doing quite well, working out at the gym on a 100% plant-based diet. Will they be able to sustain that into old age? I don't know. Nobody knows. The tests haven't been done. So what you're going to have to do is simply experiment. If I have a favorite, it is the 80% plant-based, 20% very nutrition-rich meats. For instance, eggs. I'm talking about omega-3 rich eggs, preferably grown by somebody you know or raised by somebody you know. Cod liver oil, a good protein source from fish. That's just me. You look into it. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day. This is E.T. Thanks for watching. Put your comments below. If you agree, fine. If you disagree, that's fine. Let people know. Thank you.